Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are talking about allowance today, and we're talking about why you should give allowance if you decide to, and what is that allowance based on? What is it for? Because a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on whether they should give allowance or not, and what's it tied to. So that's what we're talking about today. So I welcome all of you. Thank you for joining me. My name's Celia Kibler, and I'm a family empowerment coach and relationship coach, and the Happy Award winning author of Raising Happy Toddlers, right here, which just won the Mom's Choice Award. Super excited about that. Along with, my 3 books, Being Different is Fun, All About Me, and I am grateful. 3 great children's books for you and your kids. Get them at celiasbooks.com. That's a manual, guys. I wrote this book as a manual because, thank you. I'm super excited about the Mom's Choice Award. Really proud of that. This is a manual. You know how parents always go, why don't kids come with a manual? Well, guess what? Now they do. I wrote one. So I'm also a mom of 5 kids. 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained through marriage, and a grandma to 9 kids. So I have been at this parenting thing for over 41 years. And I've been successfully parenting a blended family for over 27 years, almost 28 in a couple months. And I have been working with parents and kids for I think it's over 40 years now. Anyway, lots of experience I bring to you, lots of success. Was it always perfect? No. Did everything always go how I thought it would go? No. It's a workout. It's always finding something new that might work for you. And I hope that my discussions with you help. By the way, if you're listening on Instagram, I now offer subscriptions. Please feel free to subscribe. Very low price. And I think some of you can still get half price, which is like $2.50 a month. I give you exclusive content, and we're going to have some monthly Q&As just for my subscribers. So hit that subscribe button. However you do that, I really don't know how. So I hope you do. All right. So let's get started on allowance, because we all had, we're busy. We don't have a lot of time, but I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to spend it here with me. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube, let me know who you are, because I cannot always see your name. Okay. So school's in session for most kids, and some of the things that come up in a parent's mind is, should I start giving my child allowance? Well, here's one of the things. And guys, if you have questions, put them in the comments. Hopefully I'll see them. If I don't get to it right away, feel free to repeat it so I do see it. Okay. I'm running on a couple different platforms, and I want to make sure, I get to all of you. People will always ask me, when should I start allowance? At what age should my child start getting allowance? And I usually recommend at about the age of 5. Do they need extra money at 5 years old? Not really. It's not like a teenager does. But a lot of times your child will walk into a toy store with you, and they'll go, oh, I really want this. And it's not something you want to buy at the time. And if something they really want, you can do some things like, hi, Shukafe. You can say, hi, Shukafe. You can do some things like take a picture and say, I'm going to put this on your saving list for people that ask me what you want for the holidays or birthdays. Or you can say, you can get it with your money. Well, I don't have my money with me, but that's okay. I will front you, and then you'll pay me back. And then parents, make sure you ask them to pay you back. Don't say that, and then when they get home, forget about it. Make them become a person of integrity. They say they'll pay you back. Let them pay you back. Okay. So that's first thing. Why? So good to see you too, Sugar. I know I'm not actually seeing you, but we're connected here. Yay, and happy anniversary. I think you guys just had an anniversary. Dear friend, super good at eyebrows, all kinds of wonderful beauty advice. Why? She's beautiful. So connect with her at Microblading Maryland. You'll see her in the comments. Okay. What is the purpose, in my eyes, of allowance? It is to teach money management. That's what it's for. Should it be tied to them doing their chores? No. And I'll tell you why. Because the community that you are a part of in the world starts with family. The first community a child experiences is their family. And with community, we have certain responsibilities. Right now, as an adult, you have responsibilities to your larger community, your schools, your neighborhoods. You may have larger communities yet building into your states and your governments and things that you work hard to be a part of. For a child, their first introduction to community is you, their family. And with that, we all have responsibilities. Everyone is a household helper. You are, your kids should be too. And as soon as they can stand, walk, and hold, grip something, they can help. And that should be because they're part of a family. They're part of making sure that our home is safe and healthy and clean and organized, and we all work together. Not rewarded by allowance. You're not paying for them to do that. They are doing that because that is part of their responsibility. My friends, to create a responsible human, you must give responsibility. A child must have responsibility to learn to be responsible. So that is part of being part of this family, being connected to their parents, their siblings, and living in a home together. I do not think that should ever be tied to allowance. You don't want your kids growing up to believe that no matter what they do for you or for someone in the family or for the home, they should get paid for it. No, they need to do it because they're part of this family. They need to do it. Okay, I think you get the point. However, there can be what I like to call above and beyond duties. So, what are above and beyond responsibilities? They may be picking up leaves. They may be washing a car. They may be doing everyone's laundry. Maybe your child just does their laundry, and that's great. But maybe they want to earn some extra money towards something. And you could say, well, if you do everyone's laundry, you'll earn $10. Or if you mop the kitchen floor, maybe that's not part of household responsibilities. You'll get $5 or $2, and you can make a chart. Do this, earn $1. Do this, earn $2. You can make a list of those above and beyond duties that your child can pick out if they're trying to work to save towards something they want. So make a list of that, and you can brainstorm this with your children. Include them in the conversation. When you're deciding who's doing what, then include them in who's doing what. Let them pick what they like to do first. I've said it before. Thank you, Shukafe. You are too. I've said it before. My husband does laundry. I do dishes. Why? Why? Because I don't like doing laundry and he doesn't like doing dishes. It's pretty simple. So it works that way. Do we always do dishes or laundry? I mean, is it 100%? No. Like he just did the dishes this morning because I was going live and had a couple other things to do. But overall, I'd much rather do dishes than laundry. So we do it that way. It's the same with your kids. There may be things that they love to do. And hello to everyone joining. And because they love to do it, let them do it. I have a client whose daughter loves to clean the bathroom. Yay! Who loves to clean the bathroom? Nobody. So let them do it. If they love the bathroom and they love doing something, vacuuming, whatever, let them pick what they love to do first. And then you can divvy up what's left. and you can all compromise and take turns doing it. Everybody doesn't have to do the same thing every week, week after week. And you may have daily responsibilities, weekly responsibilities, and monthly responsibilities. So back to allowance and creating with your kids above and beyond responsibilities. Okay. Now, here's one thing I want to break in this conversation, and that is about consistency. Consistency is key in everything you do in parenting. I have so many parents that will say to me, I've tried everything, and frankly, nothing works. And my reply to them is, what have you tried and stuck with? What did you try and stay consistent with? I had another parent say, I tried that routine thing, didn't work. Routines are not a thing. They're required for the success of you and the success of your child, and you have to stay consistent. You cannot try a routine one day or another day. And with school starting, I hope you have routines built into your day. Morning routines, evening routines, after school routines. We get home, we have a snack, we play, we go do our homework. Then we have a break. You have to have that routine, and the routine you set up again with your child, follow it step by step every day, and they will master it. Same thing with allowance. If you start giving allowance, don't stop, or don't give it sometimes and not other times. If you decide for your child, okay, you're going to get $5 allowance every day. If you decide that, not every day, sorry, every week, then every week they get $5 allowance. Not like, oh, I totally forgot for the last 3 weeks. We'll start again in March. Whatever, stay consistent. Yay, List Omega. Thank you for buying a badge. I so appreciate that. I really appreciate. And for everybody that buys a badge, I'm going to give you guys a special gift, and I'm going to put you into a drawing to win a subscription into my group. And when you get a subscription into my group, you get to attend one master class of your choosing. Okay. So I'm going to put everyone that buys a badge, I'll try to speak, into a drawing, and I'll pick one person to win a free master class. That's usually $30 if you want to be in a master class to participate outside of my tribe. So thank you for the badge. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, consistency. You start it, continue it. How much? That's the next question everyone says. How much allowance is the right allowance? Now, some people, in my opinion, give enormous amounts of allowance. Keep in mind that a teenager needs more allowance than, say, a 7-year-old. What can allowance be used for? 3 buckets, my friend. 3 buckets. One is spending. Okay. So a percentage of that allowance, say you get $3 because your child, that's what you and your child decided on. And I'm doing that for simplicity because math is not my strong subject. So we can do 3 easily. So $3, $1 goes to spending, $1 goes to savings, and $1 goes to charity. Now that seems kind of heavy for charity. So maybe $2 goes to spending, 50 cents goes to savings, and 50 cents goes to charity. You can split it however you want. If you have an older child and maybe they're getting $10 in allowance, maybe $5 goes to spending, $3 for charity, for savings, and $2 for charity. This is how we teach money management. We have buckets for that money to go into. Keep in mind, a teenager is going to need a higher percentage for spending money. And if you want your child to be self-reliant, then maybe more money goes into that spending money bucket, but you also require them to spend that money for things they want. Maybe they want to see a movie. Maybe they want to buy a t-shirt and you're not buying clothes at the time. Whatever it is that you decide you want them to spend on to teach them to be self-reliant, they're going to need a little more money in their spending bucket. So split it up accordingly. Remember their age. I think it's a great idea to start kids at either their allowance be their age, $5 for 5-year-olds. But I kind of think, in my opinion, that's kind of a lot. So I'm even for half of their age because they get it every week. So even for a 16-year-old, half of that is 8, right? 8 and 8, 16. Well, that makes $24 in a month. It's so much high math for me. I need a calculator. Anyway, they get that much in a month. Do they need more than that? Maybe. Maybe they need 16 a week. Maybe you're going to have them use their allowance for more things. So you can play with it and you can determine how to do it. Okay? You can determine that pricing. But in my opinion, it is to learn money management. What are savings for? We see something we like. Cheers. Have a little coffee. We see something we like, and your child's like, I really like this. I like this video game. I want to get this video game. You're like, sorry, honey. You can put it on your gift list if you want, or you can save for it. And they decide to save for it. This is a great way, number one, to teach delayed gratification as opposed to instant gratification. You don't always get what you want in life, right? And it practices and exercises their disappointment muscle. Sometimes things don't work out the way you plan. Welcome to life when things don't go your way all the time. So you can say, okay, you want that game? How much do you need to save to get that game? So you want this game, costs $50 and you get $10 a week allowance. How much of that allowance do you want to put in the savings bucket? Because maybe it's more than normal to equal the cost of that game. So you're actually helping your child learn delayed gratification and how to budget and save and spend money on things that are needed. It is a huge opportunity to teach your kids. And one of the really great things you can go over with preteens and teens is how you spend money. What is your budget for your home? They don't need to know how much you make. Do not include that. That is none of their business, frankly. But it is good for kids to learn that, well, to live here costs this much money. To turn on a light, it costs this much money. To run water costs this much money. Your Wi-Fi costs this much money. If they have a phone, your phone costs this much money. The lawn, what's with the lawn? Landscaping, we spend as much, right? You get it. Everything costs money, and kids don't realize it because no one really tells them. No one really tells them about what things cost. And then they get to be 18, they live on their own, or 19 or 20, or however old they are when they go and get their own place, and they're shocked. They have to pay for lights. They have to pay for water. What do you mean? Why isn't water free? Of course water is free. No, water's not free. Utilities are not free. Your TV's not free. You have to pay for things. So this is a great time to go over your household budget with your children, again, without telling them how much you make. That's not the point of this, nor is it something they should have knowledge to. Okay? You don't want them going around either bragging or feeling like, oh, you don't make any money. None of that. Avoid it. Not important. But what is important is giving them the cost of how much it costs to live in the home they're living at. And along with that comes gratitude. So I'm going to end here, guys, because I know what have you been with me for like 20 minutes. I know you have things to do besides sit here with me, and I appreciate your time. Always teach your children to be grateful. Spend every morning talking about what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for? Sit around the breakfast table, list 3 things you're grateful for. And the more you talk about what you're grateful for, the more they will expand their thought of things they're grateful for. And if you do this again consistently every morning, then the brain will change and they will start looking for things that they're grateful for because they know that tomorrow they've got to say something. That's when the beauty happens. When you make a change in your brain and their brain to start looking for what you're grateful for, they start appreciating everything. I hope this helped. If you're ready to really put a parenting system in place in your home, you're tired of not knowing what to do in any given situation, you're sick of yelling. I'm on a mission to help 10 million parents stop yelling at their kids. Go to quityelling.com. Quityelling.com. And with quityelling.com, you will have in place a system that you can start doing today. In 21 days, you'll have a parenting system and you'll stop yelling at your kids. Oh, you're so welcome, Lissy. I'm butchering your name and I apologize. But thank you so much for the badge as well. I appreciate you. And I'm so glad this helped you guys. Thank you for being here. If you want to stop yelling, you want a parenting system, quityelling.com. It is introductory. I can't even say the word. Special pricing for you right now at back to school pricing. Huge discount. It's not going to cost you hardly anything. Like 37, I think it's at $37. One-time price. That's it. $37. You don't pay again. Quityelling.com. Thank you for all the badges. Thank you for the consistency of being here and listening to me and sharing this out to help your friends and others. And as always, I wish you days filled with peace, love, tons of laughter. Laugh a lot with your kids. Stuff is funny. So don't forget to laugh. It really is the best medicine. And I'll see you here next time here on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, all represented in the house. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.